And there's also the risk of, becoming emotionally dependent on AI companions, which can have negative psychological effects, I imagine.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's important to remember that AI is not a replacement for human connection.
Absolutely. We need to be mindful of the boundaries. And that brings us to another concern NIST raises, the impact of generative AI on information integrity.
That's a big one.
Yeah, we already live in a world with so much misinformation and disinformation flying around.
It's hard to know what to believe sometimes.
I know, right? And with AI, things could get even worse. It makes it much easier to create and spread fake news, especially with those realistic deepfakes.
Oh yeah, deepfakes are a huge problem. It's getting harder and harder to tell what's real.
And then there's the confabulation issue we talked about, where AI might unintentionally generate false information.
Right. It's not always intentional, but the impact can be just as harmful.
Exactly. So we need to be extra careful about what we consume and share online.
No doubt. Critical thinking and media literacy are more important than ever.
Absolutely. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about information security. NIST flags this as another major risk area.
Information security. What do they mean by that?
Well, it's kind of a two-pronged thing. On the one hand, generative AI can be used to enhance cybersecurity attacks.
Whoa, like how?
Well, imagine AI helping hackers find and exploit vulnerabilities in systems, making it much easier to launch really sophisticated attacks.
So we're not just dealing with human hackers anymore. We're dealing with AI-powered hackers.
That's the scary part. And then on the flip side, AI systems themselves are also vulnerable to attacks.
Wait, so AI can be hacked? I didn't think about that.
Yeah, they're not invincible. There are techniques like what they call prompt injection.
Prompt injection.
Yeah, where attackers inject malicious prompts into AI systems to make them do things they're not supposed to. It's kind of like tricking the AI into misbehaving.
So you're basically manipulating the AI by giving it the wrong instructions.
Exactly. And then there's also data poisoning, where the data that the AI learns from is corrupted.
Oh, that's sneaky. So it's like messing with the AI's brain, basically.
Yeah, it's pretty devious. It can really compromise the performance and even the safety of AI systems.
Wow. It seems like we're in a whole new world of cybersecurity.
We are. And that means we need new ways to protect ourselves and our systems.
A whole new game with new rules.
And let's not forget about the impact on intellectual property. If AI can create original content, who owns the copyright?
Yeah, that's a good question. The lines are definitely getting blurry there.
Imagine an AI generating a song that sounds exactly like a copyrighted work. Is that infringement?
Yeah, it's only going to get more complex as AI keeps evolving. And it's not just music either. AI can generate all sorts of content, text, artwork, code, you name it. So the question of ownership is a tricky one. We might need some new frameworks to address this.
I think so. And then finally, NIST talks about the risks associated with what they call the value chain of generative AI.
The value chain? What's that all about?
Think of it like a complex supply chain. Generative AI systems often rely on third-party data, software, and even other AI models.
Okay, I'm following.
But the problem is that if one link in this chain is weak, the whole system can be compromised.
Oh, like a domino effect.
Exactly. Say, for example, a data set used to train an AI is poorly vetted or contains malicious code.
Right, that could lead to all sorts of problems down the line.
And it can also be difficult to track down the source of the problem and hold the responsible parties accountable.
So it's like a tangled web of interconnected systems.
Kind of. And that makes it even harder to manage the risks.